Today is World Radio Day, a day marked annually on February 13th to celebrate the importance and evolution of radio as a medium of communication, information, and entertainment. This global event was recognized by the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization to commemorate the first radio broadcast by Guillermo Marconi in 1896. The theme for the year 2025 World Radio Day is Radio and Climate Change, which highlights the crucial role radio plays in informing, educating, and engaging communities in climate action. The significance of radio in climate change advocacy is rooted in its unique reach and accessibility. Even in remote or low-resource communities, radio remains a powerful means of communication that can bridge information gaps and foster understanding. Recently, changes in the environmental landscape have increased the call for action to address the effects of climate change, especially with critical focus on the effects on populations that are more vulnerable to it, such as those living in low-lying coastal areas or arid regions. Speaking on this development, the desk officer and program manager for climate change and environmental health at Cross River State Ministry of Health in Calabar, Asukwo Henry Eyibio, emphasized the role of radio in driving the necessary change in behavior.
The radio can present listeners with practical, innovative, and cost-effective concept, something like do-it-yourself advice on climate change. When that is done, people can easily listen and then follow these practical steps and they see the change that they desire. The radio can be also a platform for dialogue. When a forum is created where policymakers, businesses, residents come together to discuss innovative solutions on radio, it will help one shape ideas, shape thinking, and also affect policies.
Asuko further provided various strategies that radio station can adopt to raise awareness about climate change.
You could create educational program, and in that program you feature climate experts to share real-life stories, practical tips on climate change and how it affects man and health. Another way is that you can develop programs with call-in segment, which listeners will share how climate change affects them, suggest local solutions, and dramatization and storytelling. People connect so much with dramas and stories, so we could develop content on climate change and develop a story content. This will raise awareness and convey very captivating messages on climate change.
Also, the general manager of Sparkling 92.3 FM, Otubong Ekpenyo, speaks about his vision for the station coverage of climate change in the coming year.
We can start with Nigeria's rising temperature. It's getting very hot by the day, but the human cost to climate change. I'd like to see personal stories of Nigerians affected by climate change. Think about the farmers struggling with drought. Think about fishermen dealing with rising sea levels. Think about these communities that will be displaced by flooding. So I would like to see robust and well-reported stories in this regard. That's the kind of station I would like to lead. Interviews with climate change experts and policymakers to provide context and insights and perspective in this regard. These are the kind of things I would like to champion and fund.
Meanwhile, radio journalists expressed commitment to fostering climate change messages in order to drive necessary behavioral change.
Radio should constantly caution people against bush burning. Now, so many people like to burn tires, burn so many things. They forget that the fume that they release into the atmosphere are dangerous. These also go a long way to impact the environment.
In Boki, for instance, in the central part of Cross River State, you find that people in the thick forest may only be able to access information through their transistor radio. It therefore behoves on media practitioners to disseminate information that is relevant to help them understand the impact of their lifestyle of deforestation on them as individuals, on their environment, on the future, and on their generations unborn.
On World Radio Day, we recognize the vital role of radio in our society and its immense potential for driving positive change. As a medium that reaches millions of people around the world, radio stations have a unique opportunity to raise awareness about climate change, engaging others with accurate, relevant, and powerful stories. Let us celebrate the power of radio to mobilize communities, promote dialogue, and inspire action in the fight against climate change. Together, we can make a real difference for our planet and for generations to come. Simbiat Ogbohunekun, reporting for Sparkling Newsroom.